Hi, I'm Julie of Jaybird Quilts and Lazy Girl Designs, and today I have an unboxing video for you. The SewTites magnetic cutting system just arrived, and I am so excited to get my hands on this. I got to see it in person and try it at the H&H show, and I have just been eagerly awaiting its arrival ever since because I think it is going to be a game changer. There really hasn't been any new developments in cutting technology of the mat in a very long time, so I think this is really going to change things. So let's just jump on in and open it up. So they shipped it. It feels like it's in this really nice box, and then it is wrapped as well. So I'm just going to open it up. In case you're wondering, these are not my fabric scissors. These are my cutting scissors. I have a utility knife somewhere, but I was just so excited I wanted to jump right on in. And I have regular scissors, paper scissors in my office, so I can use these for cutting packing tape. All right, one more place to cut, and we can see what's inside. I'm really excited. If you couldn't tell, I am really excited. Okay. The wrapping, oh, it looks so good. Okay, so inside this big wrapped up super thick paper, gonna toss that aside. You stay over there, paper, is this. And I think they designed this box. It's got like a little handle at the top so that you can put everything back in the box. So if you're gonna like take it to a retreat or a class, you have an easy way to store it, which I think is super, super smart. So I am going to, it's got some tape here to tape the box together and keep, I assume, everything just nice and organized for shipping. So I am going to cut that tape now. All right, is there any more tape I need to cut? I think that's everything. We'll find out. All right, how do I open this? Well, I'm trying to open it from the bottom and you open it from the top. All right, so when you get yours, you don't open it from the bottom. You open it from the top, and it looks like I have a couple more pieces of tape. Lots of tape here, but that's probably to make sure nothing shifts or moves in transit. You can tell I didn't prep for this video because I don't have any of the tape pre-cut. All right, so now that I have all the tape cut, I think there's these tabs up here. Yes, okay, so there's these tabs up here that I'm going to pull out, and then it opens. Oh, all right. Oh, wow, this is so cool. All right, I have another camera set up so I can show you kind of an overhead view as well. So I just opened it up, and it looks like I have some directions here. Let's see. Please use safely, 13 years of old and older, magnets aren't toys, all the important things to pay attention to. And general use, only use rotary cutter on the mat. Change your blade often. I need to be better about that. Change your mat or rotate and flip occasionally. We'll take a look. I think it is double-sided. Store in the box. Don't leave in a hot car or cold area. That's pretty standard. Wipe clean. Keep flat and don't iron. It looks like they have a little QR code probably for their own demo video. So let's see. It looks like we have, I think these are called the boosters. I should have looked up exactly what they were called before this, but I got excited. Oh, they have a little logo on top, SewTites logo. So these are the heavy duty magnets that can be put, I think, on top of magnets. They just made each other move on top of, now I want to play. Love magnets. These can be put on top of the ruler, or these can be put on top of other things, which is one thing I'm really excited about. The Jaybird Quilts Fussy Cut Shapes. We can use these booster magnets with the Jaybird Quilts Fussy Cut Shapes. So let's take these out of the box. And then, okay, so now we have this foam that lifts up. Let's stick this out of the way. And underneath here is our ruler. So oh my God, it is stuck down to the mat because it's magnetic. I don't know why that surprises me or why I find it funny, but I do. And it is wrapped in plastic. So I'm going to take it out of the plastic. And This ruler, oh, this is cool. So I don't think I noticed this before. It has like a little bevel here. Can you see? Hopefully you can see the little bevel at the end. And it appears to be at both ends. And I assume that is when it's on the mat to help me pick it up off of the mat. So that is an exciting feature. And all right, so let's get the mat itself out now. And it's got this nice thick foam to protect it. If you're ordering it from an online shop, from them directly, or online quilt shop when it's shipped to you, as well as when you're carrying it around. It is heavy. So it's double-sided. It's got a light side and dark side. Yeah, now I'm remembering for cutting both ways. And it is heavy. That's probably because of whatever they put in here to make the whole magnetic system work. It's really thick. It's definitely thicker than your standard mat. It feels really hefty and durable. Not like too heavy to hold, but it definitely has more weight to it than your standard mat. And one quick note is I am right-handed. They invented this system, or when they developed the system, they made two different versions. They made a right-handed and a left-handed. So I have a right-handed that I'm going to show you here today, but they have a right-handed and a left-handed. So if you're a lefty, you know that most products on the market are only designed one way because it's very expensive to develop them in multiple ways. But they made this a right-handed and a left-handed system. So I'm going to put my mat down. And one other thing is the size of this mat. So I'm remembering all these things now that I heard at H&H. Standard cutting mats come in different sizes, and the most common is 18 by 24. Can you hear that? That's my husband's alarm. Be right back. I'm going to go pause that. Sorry about that. Fun fact, I do all my recording either at nap time when the boys are both asleep, or in the mornings when everybody's out of the house. And my husband is gone on a run right now, but he left his phone upstairs and the alarms went off. So I had to go snooze that so you wouldn't hear that in the background. Sorry about that. Jumping right back on in to the SewTites. The mat standard size is 18 by 24. And that doesn't jive real well with a fat quarter because fat quarters are 18 by 20. So they go right to the edge of the mat. So you can't cut a fat quarter on one of those mats. But they thought about that. And so this mat actually measures, looks like the measurements go 20 to 24 and they don't even go to the edge, which means this is 21 by 25. So this mat is larger than your standard mat. So I just grabbed a fat quarter, didn't even press it. Definitely should press before cutting, but I was excited and I wanted to do this video. So I'm gonna hold this fat quarter up on the mat and show you. There you go. So that is your 18 by 20, 21 fat quarter on this mat. And you can see that you see the gray all the way around it, which is awesome. So I'm really glad they thought about that because a lot of you have larger mats, have the 24 by 36 mat, which is great when you're cutting, you know, full yardage. But if you have a fat quarter, which is a lot of us have fat quarters, it's nice that it fits just on this mat. So I'm gonna put this back under, and I think if this was a normal mat, you'd be able to see all of it in the screen, but because of its size, you can't actually even see all of it underneath my camera here. So I'm gonna turn this camera down for a second so that you can see. This is what I'm saying. So the overhead view, as I take my hand away, there's still mat and fabric here, but if I switch to the other camera, you can see that my fat quarter perfectly fits on here. So that is pretty awesome. One of the things I'm the most excited about is fussy cutting, which I'm going to do with my Jaybird Quilts fussy cut shapes. But first, let's just see how this whole thing works. So, oh wow, yeah. That, I don't know if you can hear it, but like I can feel it. Like there is weight to this, and it stays. That is amazing. So I'm going to grab another ruler to show you. Like this, if I like just touch this with one or two fingers, like it's not going anywhere. Like I have to like really intentionally move it, and it's not hard to move when I'm intentional, but if I like knock it, it's not going anywhere. So take your standard ruler and place it next to it in comparison, and look, I can move this thing with one finger. I can't move this with one finger. Like, so that is pretty incredible that it just has that much power just on its own. And then when you are doing like thicker layers, like if you're doing multiple layers of fabric, or if you have interface bad boys on, wow, you can hear, I assume you can hear that. That is some power there. And then you really have to want to move it once those are on. And granted, I only have one layer right now, but I assume when I've got, you know, something with interfacing, that's just really going to help. That's what they were talking about at the show. So that's awesome. But what I am most excited about is just to be able to use the mat and the boosters with my fussy cut shapes. So if you are familiar with the Jaybird Quilts fussy cut shapes, there's a whole bunch of different ones, and this is the hexagon. And, you know, it is going to move around. You got to hold it in place and make sure you cut everywhere around it. But what I think is we're going to be able to, so let's decide. What do we want? Like, well, we can get a couple things. So we can get like the little pig, the dog, cat, and the little bird all at once. Haha, this is what I was hoping. So you stick them on, and there you go. I played around with the prototype at H&H, but that was like not the real deal. This is like the real deal. Now listen, I can still shift it a little bit. Like if I'm like, oops, that's not exactly, but like it won't accidentally move. I've got to intentionally move it for it to move. So now that I have it where I want it, I'm going to grab my rotary cutter. Where's my rotary cutter? Okay. And just going to begin cutting. You never want to cut towards yourself. So when you're cutting with something like this with the fussy cut shapes, you cut as many sides as you can, but then you stop because you don't want to cut towards yourself. And you have to either rotate your fabric and your piece, or rotate everything so that you can continue cutting. And usually things will shift and I tell you to realign. But what I'm hoping is that when I just turn this whole thing, yeah, it didn't move at all. I always tell you, should still double check. This is definitely one of those measure twice cut ones. You still want to double check and make sure anything didn't move, but it didn't. So now I can just go ahead, cut the remaining sides. There we go. Oh, I'm so excited. So now I'll just take these little guys. Oh, and these can just like, they'll just stay wherever you put them. And this would be much better if you pressed your fabric. Definitely should press your fabric. But there we go. I've got my little animals perfectly fussy cut. You can go ahead and put this into a quilt. And then the ruler itself, I think I mentioned they made like a righty and a lefty set. But also I noticed something on the ruler and I want to see if this is what I think it is. So when I put the ruler down, and since I'm right-handed, you're counting from this side because usually, you know, you have... if I'm cutting, you know, a strip like this, I'm going to be counting from this side. So the blue markings appear to be 1/2 inch. So that's 1.5, 2.5, because this is a 6.5 inch ruler. Often they're only 6. So that's 2.5. And if I rotate it around, is it solid numbers? Ha, it is. So let's just real quick cut a straight line, and then we can cut some strips off of this. If you know me, you know that I prefer to cut on the back of a mat and use the side that has no lines, which obviously I can't do that here because both of them have lines, but I don't think it's going to bother me as much. I still personally just trust the lines on a ruler more than I trust the lines on a mat. That's just who I am. But so now I've cut this as a nice straight edge, and if I want to get a 2.5 inch strip, I'm going to turn it so that I have my blue markings on the side. Oh yeah, it is on there. And then I'm just going to shift it till I get this line, which is my 2.5 line from my blue boxes, on top, and cut. And normally, you know, you want to hold your ruler in place. I was always taught the tripod, you know, you want to have at least 3 fingers, if not more, to really hold it. And that can be hard if you have arthritis or, you know, anything going on. So, you know, you don't have to put as much pressure with this as I'm used to. You just, I mean, you should still hold your ruler, but you barely have to hold it. I'm just lightly putting my hand here, line it up, and go. Of course, I probably should change my blade. I'm guilty of that. Are you guilty of that? I feel like I definitely should be changing my blade more often. Now let's flip it around. If I wanted to do like just a 2 inch strip, yeah, then I use my numbers over here. 1, 2, 3, 4. My black markings are my solid numbers, so just line it up, and this would be better if I had pressed it, but oh well. And cut. So yeah, so I think the combination of, for me, really cutting strips with this, I have something coming up that I do need to cut a lot of strips for. Can't tell you what it is yet. But really the fussy cut shapes. Let's get my fuzzies off of here. So if I want to cut this cute little pig out of this triangle, I'm just going to take these and put, I think I can still get like 2 on here without them interfering with each other. Yeah. So I think if there's 1, it could still maybe turn. I feel like you need at least 2. And then I think, did they mention that at the show? I think they mentioned at the show that the SewTites themselves will work with the mat. Let's see. So if you have like actual SewTites on hand, yeah, they will work as well. So if you want to keep it like flatter, so that you, if for some reason the height is bugging you when you're cutting a little shape, they will definitely stick to each other. You can do this, but I think it's going to work well for me just to have like those 2 little guys in the corners once I know exactly where I want that pig. And then there's still enough space for me to put my hand here to get my cutting. Always want to move your hand out of the way, safety first. All right, let's close my blades closed, good. Rotate this around. And still want to double check, even though I am pretty sure nothing shifted, which is amazing. Definitely need to change my blade. And there we go. So now I have this adorable little pig. Oh my God, he's so cute. So the amazing team at SewTites has given us a discount code. So if you are interested in placing a pre-order for this on their website, you can go ahead and do that with our code, and that's going to give you 15% off. And I think these will be shipping in about a month to a month and a half, which is really exciting. It's so soon. All the details, I'll make sure that I find out the dates and put all the actual dates and everything below. If you have any questions, let me know. If there's anything else you want to see with this, let me know. I just took it out of the box, so I've not really played with it yet, besides seeing it at the show, but I'm really excited. And as I just mentioned, I have a lot of strips to cut. So spoiler alert, sneak peek. I don't know. Insider information, don't know the words I should be using. Anyway, October, which is quilt market time of year, new releases, is going to be here before we know it, and I have some new stuff I'm working on. I will tell you that it is a re-release of a Jaybird quilts pattern that is from 10 plus years ago, and a re-release of a 20 plus years ago Lazy Girl Designs pattern. I've updated both and have some fun new stuff. They use the same ruler. That's the only part I will tell you. Maybe if you have been around long enough, you know what that means. But it is a new spin on that ruler. So I'm very excited, but it involves a lot of cutting strips first before I can subcut and do the rest of my pieces. And so I'm working on both those quilts right now. So now I'm excited that this has arrived, because I am going to dive in on getting the rest of my strips cut and those quilts pieced together. So excited to be able to show you guys that stuff soon. So there will be new tutorials to come with those quilts, as well as some other stuff fun this fall. So stay tuned here to the channel. Please leave a comment. If you enjoyed this unboxing, like this video, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss anything, and I will see you back here soon.